What's going on, everyone? I am the OPJellicent, and we are back here on Pokemon Showdown today. We got a pretty standard Life Orb Mamoswine set right here with 3 attacks plus Stealth Rocks. It can pretty much break through the Regenerator core that we're actually using ourselves, which is Tornadus, Tangrowth plus Toxapex, so that's really nice, and pretty much we can use our Volt Turn core of Tornadus plus Tapu Koko to bring out our more heavy hitters, which are Mamoswine and Mega Mawile, so hopefully that can do a ton of work. But we have Shikaberry on here just because we do want to lure Landorus T, because Supersonic Skystrike Landorus T actually kind of tears his team apart, so we can take an Earthquake and knock it out with HP Ice, since most Supersonic Skystrike Landorus are offensive, obviously. But then we have Flyinium Z Tornadus, which is our Defogger, pretty standard wall core right here, and then SD Mega Mawile, which is 3 attacks with Thunder Punch, just because Life Orb Mamoswine somehow does not 2-hit KO Celesteela. So that is going to be the team. It'll be down below in the description in case you guys do want to try it out alongside me. If you are new, be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below so that you don't miss out on any competitive Pokemon content, and I'll be right back with our first match. Alright, we got our first match right here. Mamo actually leads super well. I'm not sure if he has Grass Knot on Tapu Koko, but I'll lead Mamo, yeah. Because he's going to lead off with Druddigon, and this gives me a free Icicle Crash, and we're about to blow something away. And he's actually sashed. Let's see if he has like Dragon Tail or just goes for Rocks or whatever right now. We actually get a flinch. That's actually really unfortunate for him. I'll go ahead and just I'll just Earthquake right here and knock that out. Definitely unfortunate on the flinch. I'm assuming he just went ahead and clicked Stealth Rock right there, but I'll take the early luck, and Mamoswine can still completely destroy this guy's team, and he's going to have a lot of trouble breaking through Toxapex plus Tangrowth. His only mon that can actually do that is the Hoopa Unbound. So I'm assuming this guy has the Grass Knot right now. I'll go Tangrowth because it's my safest play, as he just throws up a Reflect, which is totally fine. What I'll do is go ahead and he's going to get up the second screen right now, but on the off chance he doesn't, I'll knock off the Light Clay, but he's going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, there's the Light Clay, so if he ever sets up screens again, he actually cannot set up, and I think I want to make a double right now because I can't let him set up with anything. So I'll make the Mawile double, as he's going to go right for a U-turn. Now pretty much this makes sure that he can't actually set up with anything like Espeon or Torn or a Pinsir. He gets a defense boost, so he has the screen and the defense boost, which is definitely kind of scary, but I don't want to risk Thunder Punch, Flare Off missing, so I'll go for another Electric Train Thunder Punch right now. There's a Calm Mind. I don't care, that does nothing, but pretty much I can actually SD up, which is what I'm going to do. And now I'll hit this guy with a nice Sucker Punch. And we do 60%, which is definitely great. He goes right for Stored Power. It does quite a bit, but I'm honestly not too worried about it. I'll Sucker Punch to knock that out. And I don't even know if we're in range of the Pinsir. He still has screens, so pretty much I'm just going to attack to prevent it from Swords Dancing right now. That's definitely my optimal play. I'm assuming I hope he actually gives me damage on something like Torn or Hoopa, because damage on either of those would be amazing. He'll outspeed me with any member of his team right now, but I will attack everything except for Tapu Koko. I will Sucker Punch that because he already has screens up, so I'm assuming that's just going to try to attack me. He goes Torn, I'll just Thunder Punch right here because I don't want him clicking like Bulk Up or anything. There's a Heat Wave just to knock me out. So the Reflect goes down this turn, which is cool because what I know I can do now is I can probably go Tapu Koko and just click T-Bolt behind the screen, to be honest. But I don't want to risk him having Grass Knot for like Mamo, so I'll go Tapu Koko. And I'll go ahead and I'll just Volt out. He's going to go out into his own Tapu Koko, and what this will allow me to do is bring in my Mamoswine and just go ahead and click Earthquake, because I think we can knock him out through a Reflect, which he's going to get up, and if not, then we'll at least put him in range of Ice Shard, yeah. So I'll just Ice Shard right here to prevent the light screen. And pretty much now Tapu Koko is just going to have a ton of fun. Since we did keep it healthy, it'll be out of range of the Pinsir, and we should be able to deal with that Mon. But pretty much whatever he brings out right here, I just attack. If he goes Torn, I click Icicle Crash. Hoopa, I click Earthquake, and the Pinsir, I just click Icicle Crash. He's going to go Hoopa. I'll just go ahead and Earthquake this, as I said. Hopefully we win on a potential speed tie right here to get off quite a bit of damage and put him in range of Hoopa. We do win the speed tie, so that should be Hoopa range. Tapu Koko range, but he's going to take Life Orbs. Now he's definitely in Tapu Koko range, and I'll just go out into that Mon right now, since we know it's not Scarf. It does have good Spadaf, but there's no way this thing is taking from 35%, since he opted to go for the Reflect instead of the Light Screen. But let's see. He knocked out my Mamoswine, so we don't have Ice Shard pressure, which is definitely unfortunate. If he does somehow take this, though, we could lose. So he doesn't take it, as I thought he wouldn't, and let's see what he wants to bring in next, because we'll be able to deal with everything no matter what. At least I'm pretty sure. So he goes Pinsir. I'll go ahead and just Volt out because I think he'll not Mega Evolve and just Earthquake in regular form maybe. I'll make the Torn play as he goes right for SD, and he's forced to Quick Attack right here because I do have his Supersonic Sky Strike. And that will be able to outspeed this guy even if he Mega Evolves. I don't know if we take a +2 Quick Attack. I'm assuming we do. I know this mon's strong, but he's just not going to even click that. And pretty much, unless he's like Agility Torn, which he's just going to go ahead and forfeit, he couldn't win that right there. So I'll drop a GG, and I'm glad we managed to play around the Light Screen Reflect Hyper Offense thing, but I'll be right back with another match. Alright, we got another match right here, and Mamo does a ton of work this time, but we do have our Shikakoko to try to lure Lando, but I'll lead Mamo because it just does so well. He leads Lando. I'm not sure if he has the Supersonic Sky Strike, but I'll just go Torn right here. And if he knocks me out with Sky Strike, it'll be annoying, but like Torn's not breaking Toxapex anyway. And it's kind of setup fodder for Magearna if that is a Shift Gear set, since we aren't Assault Vest, so... We get in Torn. He goes right for U-turn, so it's probably Scarf. Or it could be defensive, I guess. He goes Latios, and I can just go ahead and U-turn out on this. And I don't want to go hard Mamo. I'll go ahead and scout with Tangrowth right here. He might be a Calm Mindset or a Dragon Nymph set, something like that. Goes right for the T-Bolt, and thankfully does not para me. I'll just throw off a knockoff in case he wants to switch out. I'm assuming he'll stay in, since he knows I'm Assault Vest, though. And if he has Recover, that could be a bit. He goes Lando, though, so we'll get to scout the item right now, which is great. That's Helmet, I think. Lefties. Well, it was defensive, is what I meant, but I'll go back to Torn. He just throws up rocks. I'll defog these away right now. I'm hoping he's not Stone Edge. That would be really random. But we get rid of the rocks. Just goes right for U-turn, which is totally fine. And pretty much, I think Lottie might be in range of... He's just going to go Magearna now. What is the set? Goes right for Shift Gear. That's not going to be able to win at this point. And I can just click Earthquake. He has Ice Beam. That's actually doing a ton. Do we not have an item? We are... Oh, so that's just doing a ton of damage. Why did that do so much? He clicked Calm Mind, not Shift Gear. As I will haze all of this out right now. I think we take a T-Bolt from that range. I'm not too worried about it. But definitely not the scenario I wanted. He goes Lottie. I'll just go... Mawile is a good win con, so I don't want to risk that. Especially since if we weaken Lando with our lure with Coco, we can actually do quite a bit of work. Goes right for Draco, and I can just switch out right here into my Torn since he did get the stat drops, so that's great. I'm assuming he'll go Lando right here. Just drops another Draco. Wow, surprised because I just got Regenerator health on both my Mons, and this will allow me to go ahead and throw off a nice free U-turn. I'm curious as to whether he actually has Recover though. Alright, so since we know this is defensive, we pretty much get a KO now because I can Icicle Crash this and just knock it out. So Mamo picking up the first kill, which is cool. Let's see what he wants to respond with next. I think he has to go Mimikyu. He goes Tapu Bulu. Is this Scarf Bulu? It could be. I'm not going to risk it being Scarf Bulu. I'll go Mawile and get the Intimidate off. He goes right for Woodhammer, so... I guess we'll find out now. I'll go right here for the Play Rough. Just because it hits everything. Even if he goes Pex, I can just Thunder Punch that right after. He could try to pivot around, I guess, go Pex, then double to Lottie, something like that. But... after this thing is weakened a bit, it'll also be in range of Life Orb Ice Shard, which is kind of what I'm going for. So he does go Toxapex right now, which is definitely a good play. Takes a good amount from that. And gets Black Sludge. I can SD up right here and probably win, but I just want to get the Thunder Punch off. Barely miss out on the knockout. He goes for Scald and does burn me. Definitely unfortunate. I'll Thunder Punch again. I'll just Play Rough right here. I don't think you stay in. I think you go Tapu Bulu or Lottie, which is what he's going to do. So we got off a bit of damage, not what I wanted though. That Scald Burn definitely hurts. Alright, so do I just sack this one off? Yeah. I'm actually surprised that knocked me out right there, but what this will allow me to do is bring out my Torn, which I know can take a hit, and I can just go ahead and U-turn out. I'm assuming Mag or Lottie is going to come out, or even Pex. He goes Mag, which is definitely a fine play. We'll go back to Mamo right here and just pick up another knockout. With Earthquake, I don't care if he goes back to Tapu Bulu. Well, it will be kind of annoying. He goes actually into the Lottie, which... does this have Surf? If it actually has Draco, so I actually can't stay in. I don't think I take this. That's the only problem I'm facing right now. So we take the Draco, and now what I can do is just Volt out. Since Lando is gone, this mon is actually not very important. I'm assuming he'll look like the Psychic type attack right now. So he does have a Roost. Okay, so that's a good info, but now I can get this mon all the way back up to a good amount of health. And I'll actually just go... We're really weak to Psychic spam right at this point. I have to somehow break this. I'll go Toxapex right now. He might not even have Psychic. He goes for Draco, which is... He's going to take the drops, and that's perfectly fine. I think I'll just start landing up T-Specs. I need to do something, but he has the Toxapex too, so not worth it. That's not doing enough. Actually, since he's -2, I'll just bring in Mamo for free now. Because I think he either switches out into Tex, yeah. And now what I'll do is go ahead and Earthquake this, and just knock that out. I'm assuming Lottie comes back in. Lottie should definitely come out. I want to make sure not to lose to Mimikyu is the big thing right now. He actually goes Tapu Bulu, which we already know is Scarf. I'll just go Tangrowth because we have a good defense stat. Good enough to take it on at least. And I can just knock right now because if you get rid of a Scarf, that would be really cool. I'm assuming Lottie's coming out, but at the very least, knock is super effective. He actually gives me the Scarf, which is really cool. And I'll just double knock because he goes Magearna. We'll scout the item. Leftovers. I'm pretty sure we saw that earlier. This is under terrain, so it won't do a ton. Alright, I'll go Pex now. Just because, well, I can't stay in here in Earthquake if I really want. I can't allow him to sweep with this, is pretty much what it's going to come out to. He gets the freeze, so now I have to Scald to Thaw, which is really frustrating. And I just have to hope he doesn't have T-Bolt. That might cost me the match. He only has Flash Cannon. Yeah, okay, so now I can Haze, and as long as he doesn't freeze me again, we'll be fine. I'll recover up. He has T-Bolt. We can actually technically 1v1 him, but I'll go Tangrowth, since it appears he doesn't have Psychic Stab for whatever reason, so... We can probably take this mon on. Goes right for T-Bolt again, which is totally fine. I'll just go ahead and knock. He's just going for the Para. I don't get this. Okay, I'll just knock again. And now we'll go back to Pex. On the T-Bolt, now we'll go back to Tangrowth. I just need to catch this guy on a Draco. Now I'll go to Mamo. Because I don't think he's actually going to Draco that turn. He goes for a Roost. Do I take the Draco? Latios, let's just say he's Mega Mixed. Because if I take this Draco, we can actually win right now. We don't take it. There's the Draco. Alright, I just need to catch this thing once. I can catch it with Torn. I need to start playing more offensively around this though, because this one's really annoying. Alright, I'll actually make a double right here into Torn, expecting Lottie. He goes right for Flash Cannon, which is fine. I'll just U-turn out. And bring in AV Tangrowth. We take that hit just fine. Alright, I know what I have to do. I have to eventually Ice Shard the Lottie for some damage. I'll stay in right here. Because we take that and we still have our Regenerator core intact. And Lottie won't be able to 1v1 the rest of my team. Goes Mimikyu right now, I'll just knock off. He's going for game with this. We get rid of the Disguise, which is good. And Pex can actually take this on, so I'll just go Pex now, actually. If he SDs up again, I can just Haze. All I need to do is make sure if he's Z-move, then that probably knocks me out. But. I think Tapu Koko can take a +4 Shadow Sneak. And probably do quite a bit back with Thunderbolt right now. At least put it in range of Ice Shard. That's Ice Shard range. Mimikyu has 0 defense. And now I can go out into this. And he actually outspeeds me, so I don't know what I'm saying. Come on, Mamo, eat this. We actually ate that up, wow. Ice Shard's going to be able to knock that out. We have very limited turns, though, which is the problem that we're facing. But actually, all I need to do is Ice Shard this and put it in range of Torn, and then we win with Torn. So Ice Shard does a ton. He knocks me out. I just go Torn right here. I fire off Supersonic Sky Strike, knock that out. And I think we should be able to win this game. As long as we hit a Hurricane. Because he's not Scarf Bulu anymore, but pretty much he had to try to recover. He's just going to go ahead and forfeit right there. So endgame was definitely kind of scary because of the Mimikyu, but we managed to come through. Very long match right there, but glad we managed to come out on top, and I'll be right back with another match. Alright, we got another match right here, and Mamo is actually well, Celestial is the only thing that's actually stopping my Mamo right now. But even it won't appreciate Icicle Crash. I'm getting a DM, but I'll check that after. I'll go right here and lead off with my Torn. He catches me with the Tapu Koko, but it's not a big deal. I can go Tangrowth right here, and pretty much he'll Volt Switch out. He just goes for HP Ice, which is fine too. And now I can just throw off a knockoff. Do I think he would be Z Brave Bird? Nah, definitely not. He's actually pretty weak to this mon, so maybe it could have been that, but we get a knock right here as he's going to go Deontay. Could have Giga Drained. I guess the knock was pretty obvious. Not sure what this thing has, but I can Giga Drain right here because he's actually going to not Mega Evolve, and we get a ton of health back, which is cool. And I'll just Giga Drain again, and I'll knock. Because he's going to go Pex, which so we can knock off the Black Sludge off this thing. And pretty much now I'll go out into my own Pex because I don't want him Toxicking anything. Doubles to Koko, good play, but I just go back to Tangrowth now. And that looks fine to me because we do have HP Ice, so Zygarde can't really set up on me. I think we can 2-hit KO it, or at the very least make sure it doesn't get its 50% berry. He goes Cart. This is probably like some SD set. Could be Scarf, I guess. I'll HP Ice. He goes for Knock, so we get rid of my AV. Kind of annoying, actually. But we get quite a bit of damage off ourselves, and now I can just Knock again. If he throws off a Z move now, good play. He actually goes back to Tapu Koko. I'm not sure why, because even though we knocked off our Assault Vest, this thing still doesn't want to take our hit. So now I can just fire off, and I'll just double knock right here because I think he's actually just going to go right for the HP Ice. Alright, so now I have to switch. I'll Giga Drain though because he's going to actually make a double to Cart on the Giga Drain. So pretty much I wanted some health back right there, and now I can just go here into my Mawile, which I know can get the Intimidate off and take a Leaf Blade, Smart Strike, or anything else. There's a Smart Strike, and now what I can do is just follow it up with a nice Sucker Punch. Go Celesteela. I'll Thunder Punch this under Terrain right now. Mawile is important, but it's not my win con. Tapu Koko plus Tornadus. There's a Heavy Slam. And now we're going to go ahead and get it started and just bring out our Tapu Koko. Go right for a nice T-Bolt. You know what, I'll hit HP Ice right now because I think you have to go Zygarde. Because if you attack this off, then you're actually just going to lose to my Mamo. I don't think you stay in right here. You either go Zygarde or you sack something off, like Cart or your own Koko. He might stay in. I feel like this guy would be the guy to do that, but you have to fear, like, I obviously have to fear Elite Sheet or something. If he stays in, he's going to Heavy Slam. He goes Tapu Koko, which is a good mid-ground. I was willing to make the prediction right there. It's pretty much what it comes down to. I'm not taking the damage on this. I'll just go Tangrowth. As he just goes right for T-Bolt. Gets a crit, so now I'm in range. Actually, that probably 2-hit KO'd me anyway. Do I just give him the Mon? What does this thing really do for me now that the AV is gone? Not a ton. HP Ice is to knock me out. Do I really think he has Grass Knot? Absolutely not. I'm going out into this. And firing off the Icicle Crash. I don't think you have Grass Knot. He goes for the Hidden Power. We missed, though. Alright, I'm EQing now. I really wanted to hit that because we have limited turns to attack. He sacks off Pex, so that thing's gone. I'm assuming Deontay or Cart comes back. Yeah, here's Cart. I'll go Pex because I think we take him on. Well, we barely do, actually. Torn gets 2-hit KO'd, so I can't go out into that. I just recover on the off chance I live. As thankfully we actually got a lower roll that time. This is high crit ratio. Scarf Cart is going to be a problem. He goes Zygarde. This is probably Band Arrows, I guess. It's this. Okay, I can haste through sub. I'll go Torn. And all I need to do is, I think we take this attack, so all I need to do is, I'll just fire off the Z move actually. We actually did not take that at all, okay. So we'll go out into this because we have the Shika Berry, and I can just HP Ice. And put him in range of Ice Shard. I'm not sure if he has E-Speed. That knocked me out through my Shika Berry. Okay. That's going to be the game then, because I have to Ice Shard right here. So he's going to knock that out, and I'll just go ahead and slash forfeit right there. I really thought Koko could live that hit with the Shika Berry, but I guess Zygarde is just that strong. Very surprised it only has base 100 attack, but That's alright, he gets me with the Zygarde, and I'll be right back with another match. Alright, we got another match right here. Mamo does a ton of work. I don't want to get swept by another Zygarde though, which would be really annoying. So what I'll do right here is just lead. Tapu Koko leads really well. I want to know whether it's Scarf, Gunk, or Ninja though first, so I'll actually lead Pex, just because we can try to get up T-Specs. He's going to lead with Greninja, which is what I thought. It is male, so I think it's Battle Bond. I'll just get up T-Specs right here. Because pretty much if he U-turns out, or goes for... I guess he's just going to get up Spikes too. So I think he goes Pex right here, so I'll just get up another T-Spec. As now what I'll do is, I'll actually make a double to Torn. Nah. I'll make the Mamo double. He goes right for a third Spike, so I think he's locked in. So I'll Icicle Crash. If he's not locked in and he's like Water Z, then that would be pretty... well, he's Protean. I think he's locked in though, even though he's Protean. I'll go for Icicle Crash. He goes Pex, just to absorb the T-Spikes. I'll just get up Rocks then. No, you know what? I'll Earthquake, because if you don't go Lando, then we still do a ton of work. And if you go Lando, then I just go Torn and defog your hazards away anyway. He goes Tapu Lele, which is going to go down in one hit right now. Well, actually not in one hit, wow, because we can't click priority under the terrain. That's surprising, actually. Does he have Psychic or Psyshock? I can't Ice Shard under terrain, which is definitely the annoying thing right now. I'll just go Torn. If he has Psyshock, though, I'll make the play. He goes for Psychic, that is, I think, Specs. We'll go for Knock. It is Scarf, actually, wow. I guess Specs would have knocked me out into one. Wait a minute, does this win? No, not yet, because of the Landorus. So I'll just play rough. He gives me damage on Landorus, which is... I need to hit this, though, in order to win with Mawile, which we're going to hit. We see lefties, which is totally fine. Our Defogger's dead, though, which is a problem in itself. Gets up a Rocks, too. Alright, I'm going to have to start going for game, like, fast. If he goes Zygarde right here, I spam HP Ice. He's going to go Grand, so we'll knock off Specs, or whatever it was, Scarf maybe. It's Z move, so I don't know why he didn't click the Z move at the beginning. Goes right for Protean Ice Beam. We're able to live that, no freeze, and we get a ton of damage off with Giga Drain. I'll go Pex now, as he goes right for the Ice Beam. And I'll get up T-Specs once again, as it's Tectonic Rage, so that's why he didn't do that at the beginning. Alright, we'll go out into this and just click HP Ice right here. This Mon can actually win, because we get rid of that Mon. We know it's Scarf Layla though, so that's the one thing that's like standing in our way completely. Actually, Scarf Lele might win if it just comes out now. Probably not though, because Mawile can take the hit. He is going to go Scarf Tapu Lele. Had we just gotten a little bit more damage on this, this would not be a problem, and we could actually win this game. But now I have to Volt or T-Bolt right here, or sack off another Mon. So I can't sack off Mamo. Sack off Tangrowth right here, and go Mawile, and just play rough again. Hopefully he stays in, but he's not going to. We know this is defensive. Do I think I would outspeed? Definitely not. I'll Sucker Punch right here. I actually can't Sucker Punch. Well, I can because it's Flying type, but I knew it wouldn't kill. And now I think we just 100% lose to Tapu Lele. Yeah, we're going to lose to Tapu Lele. So, let me go ahead and calc the Earthquake roll, because we could have easily won that match had we just knocked it out. But let me see how much we were doing with Earthquake. Tapu Lele, Scarf. So that's Adamant Life Orb. Okay, Jolly. 96 to 1. We got the minimum roll. Had we gotten the 100 to 113 roll, we would have knocked that thing out. We could have hit his entire team with priority, and we wouldn't have had to sack our Torn, and pretty much we could have defogged his hazards away. So it pretty much came down to that roll right there, the way I see it. But it's alright, that's Mons, and I'll be right back with another match. Alright, we got another match. We're facing Stall. I'm honestly not too worried about it. I'll just lead Tapu Koko as I lead Sableye. This team is, Stall is blown back by Mamo, so I'll take it. I'll go right here for the T-Bolt, because I'm assuming he'll Fake Out or Protect. He just stays in to recover. That's fine. I'll Volt out now. And I'll just bring in Torn on the Will-O-Wisp, but that's fine. I didn't want Mawile taking the Will-O-Wisp, because Mawile's the one that's going to 6-0 his team. So now what I can do is just fire off a Z-move. As he goes Scarm, that takes a ton. As I'm assuming he'll just Roost. So I'll just U-turn out right here. Actually goes Chansey. I'm not sure if this has Toxic. If it has T-Wave, that could be a little bit more problematic, but we broke the Sturdy, so I'm going for game with this now. Mega Evolve and SD. Goes Quagsire. This will get 2-hit KO'd by Player Off as long as I hit both. And he tries to Curse up. We do hit 2, and we do knock that out. So I think that should probably be game. He's going to go ahead and forfeit right there. So yeah, this team completely blows back Stall, which is cool. Mamo and Mega Mawile do that, but I'll be right back with another match. Alright, we got another match right here. Glad we ended our losing streak early, but I've actually seen this guy up on the higher part of the ladder before, so while his team doesn't look very threatening, I'm sure he's having some success with it. I'll lead off with, do I have a Tauntmon? I do not have a Tauntmon, unfortunately. I'll lead off right here with Toxapex. He's going to lead Victini. I'm not sure what this is. I'll just go for T-Spike. I'm assuming he might click Z Celebrate or Trick Room. Probably Trick Room. What are his Trick Room setters? He has Cresselia, this, and does Audino get Trick Room? I'll check that right now. I'm assuming it does, based on the fact that it's on this team, because what other purpose would it serve? It does get Trick Room, so I'm assuming that's what he just clicked with this Victini right now. There's Trick Room, which is totally fine. I don't think he has a Hazard Control, so I'll just get up both layers right now. Final Gambits to knock me out. We have 2 layers of T-Spikes up, though. Alright, so now the Alolan Marowak's coming out, and it's going to blow him on back. Goes Ursaring, actually. So I can just Mega Evolve here and Player Off this thing. Yeah. We can take a Guts Earthquake, I think. Yeah, we take that just fine, and this will knock him out if we hit. But unfortunately we don't, so now we're in the back. I'll go Tangrowth. He'll probably click like Facade or something right now. We really needed to hit that attack. There's Facade. It does 2-hit KO us, but he's going to get slowly worn down by Poison. I'll just go right here for... Do I need this mon at all? No, I don't. Alright, now that that Trick Room is gone, I can actually make something happen. So I'll go out into this and just click... We'll just get up the rocks. I don't care if he goes for Facade because he's at -1, and we'll take it at least 1. And I think he goes Cresselia here like every time. But that miss, man, that was brutal. I could have saved my mon. He goes Audino, which I think has Healer as an ability or something like that. I'll go right here for the... I'll go for the Icicle Crash just because if we flinch him, then we actually can prevent the Trick Room, which we're going to flinch him. I'll just go for it one more time. I don't really care if he gets up Trick Room, but Icicle Crash is definitely my play. The rocks are good, though. Alright, can we flinch again? I don't really care if we do, even if he gets up Trick Room. He goes down, so he actually has as many turns to abuse as he wants. I kind of wish he survived right there, so we could have burnt another Trick Room turn with Ice Shard. I'm curious as to what he opts to bring in to counter me right now, though. Probably a Lolowak or Ursaring again. Or maybe he can't go Executor because I do have the Ice Shard to pressure that mon. How do I not lose to Cresselia is a very good question. He goes Ursaring, which is smart. I'll go right here for the... I'll just sack this off now. I'll sack off Torn and then go Coco? Question mark? I don't know, that's tricky. I'll Ice Shard right here. Does a bit. He'll knock me out with Facade, obviously. And now I'm forced out into my Mawile to Sucker Punch, which we'll be able to pick him off right now. He should expect it. And maybe switch out into Cresselia. Losing Mamo sucks because Executor, but we knock that mon out. It's going to be a very interesting endgame. He goes Executor. This is Grass Dragon. Alright, he has 2 turns. So I think I switch out. Goes right for Giga Drain. So we take that just fine. I'm assuming a Draco Dragon type move comes out now. So I'll just go Tapu Koko, either Dragon Hammer or Draco Meteor kind of thing. If we were Taunt Koko, this would be over right now. Goes right for Draco Meteor, and now we can just fire off an HP Ice really safely. I actually lived. He goes for that thing. This thing gets Trick Room too. Completely forgot. Alright, I can just T-Bolt right here. He's going to Lunar Dance into the Mon. He's going to have to outplay Sucker Punches, though. And actually, he can't, because it's going to get poisoned, and we have enough turns. So what I can do now is... He has Trick Room, but... I hit and Power Ice. He's going to go for Flare Blitz. And pretty much what I have to do is... Go out into this moment. The moment he attacks me, he gets knocked out. And if we have Poison while racking up on him, so he's going to try to attack me. But there's no way I was going to try to predict him not doing anything weird right there. And that's going to be the match. So we pick up another win, which is cool. and I'll be right back with another match. Alright, we got another match right here. Just like before, Mamoswine can lead against this. He leads Druddigon. He's probably... we flinched this guy last time. I'll just Icicle Crash again, as I'm sure he'll expect it. If we flinch again, that would be hilarious, but I'm assuming he just clicked rocks. We get another flinch, that's actually funny. And this will probably be our last match. I'll just go for Icicle Crash. I obviously feel bad about that, but... like, Mamo... I was okay with not getting the flinch, but that was my best play overall every time. We already know this is dual screens Coco, so I'll just go for Earthquake. There's a Reflect. Earthquake, that's out of range of Ice Shard, I think, so I'll just get up rocks on the light screen. As he goes Espeon and bounces them back. Good play. Alright, so we know this is Calm Mind. I'll just Earthquake then. We get a crit through the screen. This is not his day. we flinched this guy twice, we crit the Espeon, and if he forfeits right now, we'll probably get another one. Goes Pinsir, I'll just Icicle Crash this. Either way, it's not going to be able to break through Tapu Koko. I'm curious as to whether he'll Mega Evolve, though. He doesn't Mega Evolve. If we crit this through the screen right now, we don't. Okay. I was going to say, if we did, that would have been something else. I'll Ice Shard now. Actually, he's going to Quick Attack, right? Yeah, that's able to knock me out. So now I just go out into this. Live the Quick Attack and just go for T-Bolt. I wish you could prevent the screens on his part. Actually, Tapu Koko's at 20%, so we should be able to. I'm curious as to what the Xurkitree is going to do, though. Because it does have Electric Terrain on its side right now. He has 2 turns of Reflect left. I'm going to try to make my best to make sure that no more screens go up. He goes Koko. As I'll just T-Bolt. He's faster and he gets up another screen. Unfortunate that we lost the speed tie. Are we not max speed on this? Where is this? Mamoswine. Yeah, we're not max speed, so that's why. I guess I might change that, but I'll go right here for the T-Bolt. He's going to taunt me, I'm not sure why. I guess to prevent my Defog. If I did have Defog, I would Defog all the screens and the rocks right there, so... now we have screen to abuse, but I still have Volt Switch, and I think we'll be fine between Haze and everything. And my AV Tangrowth, which does pack the Earthquake. Need to be careful not to give the Bisharp a Defiant boost, though. So I Volt out right here every time. It'll do nothing because of the screen. But I'm assuming he'll Z Hypnosis or something like that. He can't actually do that under Electric Terrain. He goes right for Tail Glow. We are AV. I'm not sure whether he has something to knock me out right here. Maybe a Z move. +3 Z move under Terrain from Xurkitree probably knocks out AV Tangrowth, to be honest. Yeah, it actually would, but we get off a ton of damage. Now he's in range of Sucker Punch. I just Earthquake again. And then he's actually going to go for the Z Hypnosis then. It won't make a difference. He's going to have to eventually knock me out. And then I Sucker Punch, and then I just play off Bisharp, and that should be game. So he does knock me out. I just go Mawile right here. I just Sucker Punch. He's going to have to outplay all 8, which I will use all 8 right now. But if he does outplay all 8, he actually wins the match. He's going to go for Hypnosis. Oh, actually, that's kind of a problem. I'll play rough. He hits the Hypnosis. I forgot that we sacked our Sleep Fodder. I should have switched that out. Alright, I think I just choked. Maybe. Can anything live this? Alright, I'll go for we actually get the first turn Wake and Outspeed and Sucker Punch right there, so we completely lucked this guy. I definitely choked. I should have switched out Tangrowth because it was asleep and then brought out something else, but now I just play rough right here. And if we hit, then it'll be fine. The game did end, so I understand that I completely lucked that guy, but I mean, hey, I got unlucky during the, I think, second or third match where we lost to Zygarde or something, but no, it gets the Tapu Lele when I got the lower roll, so I'll take that luck right there, and we'll end off the live right there. I hope you guys did enjoy. Mamoswine did get to do quite a bit of work, which is really cool, but Mawile was quite an important mon too, but if you are new, be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below, and once again, the team is down below in the description in case you guys do want to try it out, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.